Café and Networking Podcast promotes successful business experts. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people throughout the world from my podcast studio in Brazil. Today we talk with Lorraine Ball. She's joining us from Indianapolis, Indiana. Lorraine Ball, marketing strategist, entrepreneur, author, speaker, podcast host at More Than a Few Words, helping business owners use digital marketing tools to grow. Also founder of Digital Toolbox, an online community for business owners. So Lorraine, which is more valuable, social media or your website?
I love that question because everybody gets very excited about social media, and I think that's wonderful. But I look at it a little like dating. Social media is like going to a singles bar. You're going to meet a lot of nice people. You're going to have some good conversations, but your end game needs to be to bring your date home.
Right.
And home is your website. It is the place you can control the conversation and without the distractions. Nobody's cat photos, nobody's grandkids popping into the feed. And it is a place where you own the content. So you need social media, but if you don't have a website, you got no place to go.
Right. There's no home.
There's no home. That relationship isn't going to go very far. And the other thing, if you've been doing this for any length of time, you will know that social media platforms change the rules. The algorithms shift. And one day,
more often than not today, that's rapid.
It is. I mean, and it isn't just a minor shift. 1 month, I may have 2,500 views on my YouTube my YouTube Shorts. The next month, I may have 250.
Right.
That's not because I changed. It's because they changed. Facebook changes, LinkedIn, they all shift the algorithm.
Right.
And so you're constantly having to tweak. And sometimes you're getting your message out there, and sometimes you're not.
Right.
But if you have a website, and then with that, your email newsletter, which I think is absolutely critical, now you're controlling the conversation with your customers.
Well, I agree, because I think the home to the website that you mentioned, I'm from the time when websites started. And at that time, that really added credibility. People wanted to know, in the physical time before websites, they wanted to know where your office was. They wanted an address, really.
Oh,
and so
I remember.
a website became an address. And today it's a virtual address. They really want to know where you are, where you call home. And I think that's the point, because Instagram or Facebook and all of the rest, as you mentioned, it's like, it's ice in the desert.
It's there today, gone tomorrow. And it also, again, people may or may not click to your full Facebook page or your feed to see the whole picture.
Right.
So they're getting this little isolated snippet. Now, again, I think that's really important. And I think you need to craft your messages and plan what you're putting there. But at the end of the day, if you can't encourage people to take action, to engage with you and move off of that platform to your website, it's going to be very, very difficult to make that sale. And, you're in business. I ain't doing this it is fun, but I ain't doing this just for fun. I am doing this because I have something I want to sell.
It's your business.
It's my business.
When I can see your business and looking at your site, I can see that. One of the things that you're saying there, you're saying marketing moves fast, and that's true. That's what we just said. So you want people to come home to your site, but you just want to open the door. You want to offer them something. Sometimes it's more than coffee and cookies.
Well, and I'm going to follow that analogy a little bit further. I used to tell my customers that if someone came to your home and there was nothing in the refrigerator and the furniture was dusty and maybe a little dirty, they wouldn't stay long.
Right.
And so when people come to your website, You got to clean and polish. It's got to work. No broken links, no slow loads on the page. The experience needs to be good. And you need to have your refrigerator full.
Right.
Of things that they can grab onto. Maybe it's a download. Maybe it's a video. Maybe it's a quiz. Something that engages them when they come, keeps them on the site long enough to form an opinion about you.
And obviously they want to stay, but you want them to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so, getting their email address or getting them to click the button that says, yes, I will allow notifications from this website. Either of those things that bring them back, that continue to push your information to them so that they can choose to come back, is incredibly valuable.
No, I agree with you, because one of the things I defend in network, I said there are two things. We need to be remembered and we need to be found.
Oh, yeah.
So to that point, you're offering a way of being remembered, and clicking, you will always be found.
Absolutely. And over time, social media platforms come and go.
Right.
I know it's hard to imagine that there will be a world without Facebook someday. I'm sorry, Mark Zuckerberg, but someday it will happen. Remember my
I agree.
Yeah. And all of that content that you are putting on Facebook may or may not be available. So if all of that content originates on your website and then you share to Facebook, it doesn't matter what happens to Facebook. All of that content is on your website. It has been indexed by search engines, and it just builds authority over time for your website.
Well, back to your home, you're not only opening the door, but you're opening the curtains on all your windows.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah. Come on in. See what we got. Here, we got a nice chair for you right here. You don't like that chair? No problem. I got a couch over there. I got a little swing on the deck. The more you invest, you will never regret creating a blog post or another article for your website. That will never go to waste.
Right. So to our audience, how can they find you? Where can they find your door or your windows or your sofa?
So More Than a Few Words is my marketing podcast. It is available wherever you listen to podcasts. So iTunes, Spotify, you name it. And then actually you can get to our digital toolbox from morethanafewwords.com, or you can go directly to digitaltoolbox.club. And something that I did, first off, LinkedIn. If you are on LinkedIn, if that's where you connect with people, hop over, say hello, tell me you heard me here.
Right.
So I don't think you're just some random bot somewhere, that you're a real person. And something I'm really excited about, and I showed you earlier, we did a collection recently of articles by some of the people who've been guests on the podcast. And it's called More Than a Few Written Words. And released it on Amazon earlier this year. And we were actually the #1 new release in small business the week that it launched.
Very good. Congratulations. And thanks for being here.
Thank you. This was fun.
And again, for our listeners, you can find more information about Lorraine Ball. It's Lorraine, the last name Ball. Find her on LinkedIn or digitaltoolbox.club. digitaltoolbox.club. Café and Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at their site, focusmi.com. Talk to Tom, talk to the world. Thanks for listening. Until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.